All right, how's it going, everybody? We are visiting a spot that we've been to before. Matter of fact, my very first video with you guys was here. We didn't catch anything. Matter of fact, I think we fell down the hill, which is a possibility every time you fish, which is crazy. This is a really good spot. I've caught lots of fish here in the past, but I've been here with you guys several times and just have not been able to put it together. I don't know if it's pressure, time of year, both of those things. We're back down here again today though. We're gonna give it heck. There's the view that everybody's always wanting to see. Kind of funny because we came down here, we fished, didn't really catch much. It was my first video, so it was pretty terrible, but it's still getting views today, which blows my mind. So we're gonna try it. It's much warmer out, the conditions are much better. See if any of these fish have moved up here. Water's really clear compared to most of the times I'm here. I can see this rock line down in front of me really good. All of those are good signs. So what I'm doing here is a couple of things. We're on the back side of this bridge, and there's a very defined edge where these rocks go out fairly shallow here, and then they just drop off into deeper water. Plus I've got the current from the power plant rolling down through here, and this bridge gives it kind of a break, so it's kind of several things all together that pull these fish in here. The thing about it is they're either in here like crazy or they're not in here at all, and I don't ever know which one until I come fish it, and the conditions don't ever stay the same. I've been down here before and caught bass like crazy, walleye like crazy, then another day crappie like crazy, and another day I caught a bunch of perch, and this is one of the spots where I caught like a freaking 25-pound flathead catfish on a dull fly. So never quite know what I'm in for when I come here. There's also been a lot of days when I haven't caught squat. You guys have been here for one of those, and I've actually come down here to film several other times since then and not had any luck. So yeah, kind of a strange place that's not typical. Oh, I got bit there, I think. Unless I'm ticking down through the rocks, which could be. Sometimes they're up on this rock edge, sometimes they're out in the middle, sometimes they're in both places. Just never know. This is one of those places that when it's good, and when it's not, it's a total pain in the rear. So we're gonna spend a lunch hour and see if we can't find any fish in here today. I think I'm gonna have to change up this lure and put on a swim bait, because this crappie jig does not seem to be getting it done. Not getting it done. Let's do that. Let's put on a swim bait and see what happens. Conditions look so good. I'm really surprised that we're not getting hit yet. Really surprised we're not getting blasted yet. These fish in this little section of canal, it's not very big, so there's a power station just a few hundred yards to the west of me, south of me, sorry. And then you follow that. Oh, there's a fish. And this is kind of how we did last time. Wondered. There's tons of these little smallies in here. Sometimes we have to work through them to find a better fish. So anyway, what I was saying is, to the south of me, there's a power station. Oh, probably 300 or 400 yards south. And then if you go about 3/4 of a mile to the north is a spillway that you guys see me fish quite often. And so the fish that are in here are kind of trapped in between the two. So they really go in spurts. I mean, you'll get a big hatch of walleye in here and there'll be tons of them. And then they'll get fished out. And then the smallies and then the crappies. And there is big fish in here. I know there's flatheads in here. I've caught several of them. Like I said, I caught one that was about 30 pounds here on a dull fly several years ago, and I've caught a lot of smaller ones too. So, and there was one year where the yellow perch fishing in here was just outstanding. It was almost every cast. So yeah, a little bit of everything. Obviously, like everywhere else in Nebraska, there's some carp in here, but a lot of stuff comes in to this canal system from everywhere. So you have opportunity to catch just about anything, just about any size. There's a few years back, there's a big run of smallmouths in here, and they were nice ones, 2 to 4 pounders. And there are just tons of them. You can come along and work these rocks and just catch the heck out of them. So that was pretty fun. Hooked up to something here. Feels like it's probably another little smallmouth. Probably another little smallmouth. But he might be bigger than the last one anyway. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Right place, right time. There's some bigger smallmouths in here. Look how red his eyes are. Beautiful little fish. Look at that. Sweet. Pretty red eye. Pretty red eyes. Eventually, we're gonna catch some fish here. I keep visiting it because when this place is on, it is so much fun. But also, you know, we're coming up on a year of making YouTube videos. And like I said, my first video was not very good, but it was filmed right here. And it still gets views and comments today. Better than some of my other newer videos that I think are better anyway, but you guys are the real judges, so. I wanted to come back and visit, and I'm gonna keep coming back here and visit until eventually we get a good video for you guys here where the fish are on, so you guys know that there is actually fish in here. Even if there wasn't though, I can't think of a better way to spend a lunch break than casting around and maybe catching 1 or 2 fish. Better than sitting in your car and taking a nap, that's for sure. Definitely better than taking a nap in your car. Birds are sure crazy today. I don't know if you guys can see that up there, but there's just thousands of swallow nests underneath this highway bridge where we're at. and they are going crazy right now. Spring is in the air for them, I guess. I guess. They're sure flying everywhere and making a ruckus. Making a ruckus. Man, that water's clear. Last time I was here, it was so murky you couldn't see the rocks 10 feet away. I mean, there's a good 3 feet of visibility out there now. That's awesome. You never know if the fish like it better clear or murky, but I sure like it better when it's clear. Makes me more confident that the fish are going to be active. But the long and the short are the fish are the only ones that know. Not me. What I like and don't like usually has nothing to do with the fish and their activity level, so that's one thing I've for sure learned over the years. Another little tiny guy. I got to watch him eat it. He did too. He just clobbered it. He clobbered it. For as small as he was not playing. And maybe early enough that a lot of the fish are still right up in the spillway there, but you can't get up there. It's against the rules, so this is about as close as we can get without getting hollered at. I see a lot of videos where people fishing on YouTube are really pressing the limits and going into some places they're not supposed to. And I understand sometimes that stuff happens because things aren't marked real well, but I guess I'm not that much of a risk taker. Hooked up again. Feels like it's probably another micro smallmouth. Always amazes me. Oh no. Looky here, guys. See? I told you there was other fish in here. That's a good crappie. Nice. It's a good crappie. Looky there. That's a surprise. I was hoping they were up here, but it's been a while since I've been on a crappie bite here. Nice. See? Already, lunch hour worth it. Just that fish did it for me. It's my go back to lunch, go back from lunch alarm right there. Boy, that crappie hit it pretty good too. I didn't think he was fighting very hard for a smallie. Felt like he had some weight to him, but he just wasn't pulling and scrapping like they usually do. Well, now we know the crappie aren't all gone. Just got to get in the right place for them. There's a little bit of a swirl down there. Might be where they're at, because that's kind of where that one came from. So see if we can get in there again. Oh, that was a horrible cast. But it was right into a fish's mouth. Looked like another smallie. He was up there shallow. Maybe I'm too deep. Oh, it came off. Maybe I'm too deep for the smallies, but that's all right, because my smallmouth fishing trip has all of a sudden turned into a crappie fishing trip. Amazing how that happens, huh? All it takes is one bite. One bite and I'm after crappies all of a sudden. I never even moved it that time. I just threw it and let it sink for a minute, and when I reeled up, he was there, so that's a good sign. Just wanted it falling on his head is all. There's a fish. Kind of feels like a smallie again, but no. Oh my gosh. Wow, there's a rock bass. That's different. And there was another bigger fish. I don't know what it was. It was trying like crazy to steal it from him. Nice little rock bass. Look at them red eyes. So pretty. Pretty. Rip the crap out of my minnow. We're gonna have to go get another swim bait here. Get rigged up. Re-rigged here. Re-rigged. Got some stuff going on now, so I don't know what it was. It was either about a 2-pound smallmouth or a white bass that was following that rock bass, just trying like the dickens to steal that minnow from him. So there are some bigger fish down there. That one hit it on the drop again. So we're gonna stay with that and just bump it along that drop off. I wish I had a little bit heavier jig head because they might be down just a little deeper. And it is really taking a long time for my jig to get down on that drop off. Coming into that current, it's just a super slow fall, which might be helping me, but might also be keeping me out of the strike zone too much. So that's always a deal you have to work through, because sometimes it's nice to have that super slow, gentle fall on the sink, but the other side of it is if you're popping up, you know, 1.5 feet every time you move it, and you might be spending a majority of your time out of the strike zone. And everybody who fishes knows the more time that your lure spends in the fish's strike zone, the better off you are. So that's always what we're trying for, is to try and maximize time in the strike zone. Oh man, first hang up. Geez, I was doing so good too. Half the time here I spend the whole time hung up, and this is the first time I've gotten hung. Maybe I can get it loose here if I get the right angle on it. Quite a ways down here. Let's see if we can get it off there so I don't have to retie. Golly, it's a lot farther down here than I thought I was. There we go. Let's try and fish this from down here just a minute. Let's see what happens. Oh, I think I got hit right there. I think I got hit right there. Kind of hard to tell. Kind of felt like it, but not 100% for sure. This drops off quite a little bit faster here than I thought it did over here. Might not have been getting down nearly far enough for them. It's always the plus and minus here is you got to get down in the fish's faces, but All these rocks too, if you get down too far, then you just break off the whole time. It's a fine line between. Here's a fish. What we got? Another smallie. Yep. Ooh, a long skinny guy. Oh, he gone. Man, he was long and skinny. Long and skinny. Might have just been way out too far off the bank too, as quick as this drops off. If they're up here shallower. Quick as it drops off, they could have been up here real close to the bank. Kind of makes me wish I would have paid more attention to where that crappie bit at, because they could be just lined up here and you'd be just outside of them for all I know. Definitely hitting it on the fall though, there's no doubt about that. Work our way back, because my go back to work alarm went off quite a while ago. So I'm going to be pushing it here to get back in time. Pushing my luck here. Alright, this is my last cast, guys. Finally caught a couple fish though. Some different stuff. I don't think we've ever caught a rock bass on the channel before. Caught one of the nice crappies we know live in here. Smallmouth. Pretty good. But there are days, probably days to come here, where it's pretty much every cast, so. Alright, well, that's it. The old canal spot again. It's not going to be a very long video, but just a quick lunch stop here. I can get my line that I just broke off. Quick lunch stop. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Some of you guys probably know where this spot is. If you do, come fish it, man. I'm all about everybody getting out fishing. This is one of those spots that can handle a lot of pressure and still be healthy. So if you're around and you know where I'm at, come catch some fish. There's some crappies running in here. Thanks again for watching. If you guys do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see some more of my videos, go visit my channel. And thanks again. Up the hill, up the hill. Not gonna fall this time. Not gonna fall, not gonna fall. Oh, maybe I'm gonna fall. Nope. Good. We made it. Success. Success. All right, we gotta get back to work. We're gonna be late.